Hey guys, hello everyone. My name is Tan Singh and I am a third year student at IIT BHU and welcome to the episode 16 of my podcast. It's I guess 24th of December today and 24th December 2024. Oh, okay. Surprisingly, it's a sandwich day as well. Yeah, there used to be a thing called sandwich day growing up in school when uh, your day and your year used to match and the month used to be in between. We used to just call it sandwich day. I don't know if it's still a term these days, but yeah, it's a small school memory that I just remembered through recalling today's date. But yeah, that's not the point of this episode. It's about 3 a.m. now, and I've decided to record this one so late because this is the only time I actually got some free time, got some time to actually just talk to the camera. I've been talking a lot. I've been kind of communicating, having conversations with a lot of people. I've been sitting across a lot of meetings, and in general, I've been sharing my thoughts to a huge variety of people, and that's the reason why I just feel so exhausted that I don't want to speak in front of the camera, and I sometimes just forget that how therapeutic this experience is. So and whenever I recall that, I just decide that okay, I'll just wake up a few extra hours, put in small efforts and just record myself speaking in front of the camera, keep it raw, and just talk about things that are going on in life, because the name of this podcast is The Ambitious Diary, and I just want to keep it super raw because one day when I look back to all these episodes, I'll realize, oh, it is genuinely a long way that I've come through. So that being said, let's move to today's topic. I actually want to talk about a lot of things, but I don't know where to start exactly. So let's just list a few things that I want to talk about and then decide the topic of this podcast. First thing, I want to talk about uh, design thinking and customer behavior. I've been reading a lot about it. I've been experimenting a lot with it. I've been talking to a lot of people about this one thing because I guess it's one of the most important aspects while you're building something of your own, while you want to start something of your own. And in general, if you talk about putting your work out there, the most important thing is how people are going to react to it. And to know that, you just need to know how people behave. And uh, at the end of the day, even customer behavior boils down to human behavior. And if you just learn one of them, you end up learning kind of uh, some aspects of the other thing as well. If you're a good salesman, if you can sell good products, if you can just bring in those sales numbers, then you can probably convince people to hire you, convince people to pay you, convince people to buy a service from you, convince people to get work done from you, convince people to work for you. So yeah, it's at the end of the day, everything boils down to human behavior, understanding humans, and then kind of convincing them with your words, actions, and other strategies to do mass convincing as well, marketing, branding, and all things like that. Along with that, uh, it's not only selling, it's making people fall in love with you so they come back to you again and again. You sell one product, you sell two products, you sell three products. Is the person sticking to you? Is the person coming back to your products? And that totally depends on how well your product has been made, how well it has been designed, how well it you have thought about the user journey, the customer journey. And yeah, this is one thing I've been thinking a lot about because I'm building my own startup as well, and I'm working on a lot of mini projects as well. So yeah, this is one aspect I have spent a lot of time on in the last few months. Along with that, uh, I have been using like Apple products for about a year now. I am using an iPhone and my MacBook. I'm using these AirPods. I recently bought an iPad for my sister, and I've been using that as well. And when I just use these products, I I just feel stuck to them. There's some sort of attachment with Apple products, and the reason is very simple. It's so easy to use and it's so smooth to use that it makes you stick to itself, and that's what I was talking about. And the next thing that I want to talk about is what's going on in my life. My life has been very dynamic in the last few months, especially. It was quite monotonous till July, and then after that, in August, I got a new internship. September, I went out of India for the first time, my first international trip and stuff. October, I was hardly in college. I went home. I came back to college. I stayed there for one day, gave a presentation, went to Delhi, came back to college, and then came back to home again. Then in November, I took my second international trip, went to Bangkok for DEFCON, and then came back, wrote my end semester exams, completed my fifth semester, and uh, it's kind of a very exciting journey which it has been for the past few months. So I want to talk about that, I want to share about that. Along with that, the third thing, I want to share about my experience in Web3, how I got into Web3, where exactly my Web3 journey began. It didn't start with this intern itself. My Web3 journey ages back to 2020, 2019, when most of the people didn't even know about Bitcoin. That was the time I first got introduced to Web3. So I want to share that entire journey in one episode. Along with that, I want to talk about a few new projects that I am working on. So I'm working on this uh, entire concept that you can have people learning from projects, and instead of them paying to learn through projects, they are getting paid when the project is done, and along with that they uh, get to connect with a lot of people. I am coming up with this whole structure, with this whole framework of how this will work, how this will be fair and serve justice to each and everyone. And I've decided to start with a few mini projects and then try to scale it up to more and more projects, onboard people who are putting in their projects as well for others to do the, do it. I am working on how exactly this is going to work, how exactly ownership is going to work in this, how exactly the economics behind is going to work, business model behind it is going to work. So I'm thinking a lot about this, and I have a simple tagline: this will be the only edtech which helps you learn through unique projects, helps you add unique projects in your resume, and instead of you paying for that, you get paid for doing projects. And at the end, you and each project gives you a entry ticket to a invite only community where founders and people like you who have done these projects are present. So I am working on this framework, how exactly it's going to shape out to be. I have started with 4 mini projects that I have assigned to people. These 4 mini projects are basically my past projects that were functional at one point, but I had to discontinue them for some reasons, and I just want them live again. So I'm just trying to start with this, bridge the gap, and then let's see how this could probably become a whole infrastructure to infrastructure for people to do projects that they are not able to devote time on, and see those projects coming live, and people who are not getting projects, who are not able to showcase their work, get to do projects, showcase their work, learn new things while doing the projects itself. So I'm trying to work on creating this infrastructure. I don't know how exactly it's going to work, and in fact I didn't even script what I'm telling you guys at this point. So yeah, it might sound a bit vague, but yeah, that's what I am working on, and I want to share more about this to all of you because this is something that probably could help all of you as well. And then after this, I want to share about economics. I've been reading a lot of economics in the past few months, and I want to share what all I'm reading about. I want to share what all I understood about economics, be it Austrian School of Economics, be it just the macroeconomic aspects, or be it how blockchains can be used as a experimental setup to test economic theories. So I want to share all of this to you. I have been reading a lot of research papers on economics as well, but I'm not getting enough time to just get a bunch of papers, clip it over here, and then share all of this with you. Because see, when you share something when you share your journey, you can be spontaneous, you can be vague, you can share anything. But when you share something informational, you have to keep it structured. And for that I need a set bunch of papers in my hand. Keep it structured, keep it concise, keep it precise. So planning something down around that line in the next few videos, I don't know when that will happen, because to be honest, there's just so much being piled up these days. And then I want to also share you how my day looks like. So it's 3 a.m. now, so I'll probably be sleeping in another 1.5 hours. So I'll sleep at 4:30 a.m. and then I'll wake up around at 10 a.m. and then I'll brush up, I'll get ready, I'll have my breakfast. By 11, I'll somewhat be ready for the day. Then I'll kind of go to office, where I sometimes just hang out with people and try to do work there. It's just a good place where I can sit and talk to other guys when I get bored. So I'll go there at 11. I'll come back by 6, and at 6 I usually hang out with a few buddies of school, because I'm at home now, so I just want to catch up with those guys. So 6 to 8 or 9 I'll be with them, and then 9 I'll come back home, have dinner, and at 10 I'll again sit for work. I'll open my laptop, I'll probably have a series playing in one window and working on one side. The series will be playing on my iPad. In college it plays on my monitor. So yeah, that's how my day looks like. And now I'm just recording. Yeah, so I keep 3 to be the random time, and a few days I just have meetings throughout the day, so meetings take up all the time. Yeah, so yeah, that's how my day looks like. And I want to show you how I proceed through the whole day, uh, how actually my day passes by. So planning a video on that lines as well. Along with that, my Twitter account just spiked up again. I am at 2,964 followers or something like that. Hopefully I'll get 3K by the end of the year. And what else do I want to talk about? I have been reading a lot in the past few days, especially after my fifth sem getting over. So I've been reading this maths book called Napkin Mathematics, and it's just a maths book that tries to cover all concepts in maths, and it's just an amazing resource. Then there's this website that has courses of a physics professor called Leonard Sisskind. I have been watching a few lectures. I don't know where this will take me, but it's just fun reading all of this stuff. Then I watched a podcast of Naval where he talked about David Dosh. I don't know how to pronounce it, but never mind. David Dosh's theory of everything, and where after that I just got interest in quantum mechanics, quantum networks, computing. I've been reading a few research papers on it from Caltech University to be specific. Along with that, I have also been reading about a branch of philosophy called epistemology, the which is the study of knowledge. And it's a very interesting subject. The more you read about it, the more you think that, oh, I am just so narrow minded. And I guess that's the beauty of philosophy. If you read philosophy, you feel that, oh, fish, I was narrow minded this whole time. So yeah, uh, I've been reading a lot, and today my friend just sent me some uh, course on probability, and I just started going through that course, and it seems to be very fun. So I'll probably end up doing that course as well. and I have been following this course of Stanford on human behavior, which is a very, very interesting course. And along with that, what else have I been reading in the last few days? Yeah, I've been reading a lot about AI agents, meme coins, cryptocurrencies, and I've been reading economics, as I said before. In economics, to be specific, uh, I have been reading two books. One is 50 Greatest Stories of Economics or 50 Greatest Theories of Economics, and the second one is The Shortest History of Economics. Very, very interesting books. Love reading both of them. And yeah, that's what I've been doing these days. I've been working on a few mini projects. I've been working on my own startup. I've been interning in a Web3 company called Chain Risk. I have been reading a lot, reading a huge variety of stuff, and I just got one more mini project today, so I'll have to find one person for that mini project as well. Yeah, so this is how life has been in the past few days, and that's why I didn't have time to even record a podcast for, I guess, a month now. Not a month, 15 days, 20 days, I'm not really sure. I'm not keeping a count of it. And obviously I want to talk about how 2024 was. So yeah, this was me yapping about what I'm doing now, and what's going on, and how life has been in the past few days, and like what am I up to. It's like a just catching up episode, because see, if I start talking about any topic now, it's probably going to be too late for me to sleep, and I've already crossed the average duration of each episode that I record, which is about 15 minutes, and it's already 17 minutes now. So I'm not really sure if I'll be able to record more. But on an ending note, I just want to share one thing with all of you that I've realized in the past few days, which is that I guess uh, instead of kind of just always thinking about how I can make that money, how I can probably learn something so I can just start making money, we should start thinking about how I can just increase the amount of knowledge I have, the increased amount of understanding I have about things around me. It could be the economic understanding of things, it could be the physical understanding of the things, it could be the mathematical functioning of things, it could be the algorithmic understanding of things, it could be the bureaucratic understanding of things. The deeper understanding you have in any one of these topics or all of these topics is going to be the biggest leverage you're going to have in the next few years to come. Because honestly, there's this one line that I have told a lot of people in the past few days: if you can measure something, then you can automate it. We have reached that point of humanity when anything that can be measured can be automated in the near future. And uh, uh, us following roadmaps and us trying to get those skills to make money, get work done, are probably just are measurable. We all know they are measurable. We all know our work in office is measurable. We all kind of know that what roadmap we are following will land us in a task that's measurable. And if it's measurable, it can be automated. So I guess the main goal, the main thing that we should follow is to broaden our understanding, to deepen our understanding of the world around us, how it functions, and how decisions are made, how things happen. I guess that's where we need to focus on, and that's where is going we are going to create leverage, and that's what is going to keep us ahead of others, and just keep us ahead of AI in general, and keep us differentiated, and uh, keep us AI proof. Yeah, so yeah, that was the ending note, and that's it for today's podcast. Actually, no topic as such, it was just catching up with you guys, sharing with you how life's been, how things have been. And yeah, bye. Meet you in the next episode. I hope you like this one. Many more videos are coming. I'll be talking about what all I have been learning. I'll be sitting over here with a bunch of sheets and then scrolling through those sheets and then talking about variety of topics. So if you are interested in any sort of these things, then do subscribe and press the bell icon. Bye. Meet you in the next episode.